Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Sorry I didn't set this show up earlier. I really wasn't sure if I was even going to do a show. I was like, do I do a show? I really didn't have any major topics to talk about. Kind of had a lazy day. I've had a lazy week, to be honest. I took it easy all week long and kind of just decompressing from last week. And I want to thank everyone that's joined in on this short notice show. So 13 people, I feel pretty good with me only deciding to do the show 5 minutes ago. So, hey, Alban, Eddie, Trooper, thanks for joining. Jazzy over there, Rednecks over there, Wheelchair Traveler, nice to join. Who we had? Sharon was in here. I saw her. Rojas, thanks for you joining. Terror, thanks for you guys watching. Yeah, there wasn't a notification because I decided at the last minute to do it. So, and thanks to Canuck Gal, which I just actually finished a video that I will be uploading in just a little bit on setting up Premiumized and using the Usenet, using Usenet as part of my Premiumized. I had done some videos on radar and sonar and using torrent sites or torrents and pulling in the stuff I wanted for my library. And this video that I just finished that I will share with everybody here in the next little bit was the showing how to add Usenet. And that is it's an extra feature that if you have a Premiumized account, what a great idea to maybe use that. It's another option that's part of your package if you get Premiumized. So again, you figure out what works for you, what's your preference. And I said in the video that Usenet is great for a lot of older stuff because the retention rate, or the retention, which is the amount of time they hold on to it. Some of these Usenet sites, I mean, it could be 3,000 days, 4,000 days. I've seen a large, long thing. So yeah. So, hey, I will upload that probably later. I've got to do some editing. I got to blank out my details so that people don't see my APIs and my user names and all that stuff. So it's a little bit of a pain on those videos just because I have to get rid of or blur out those parts of it just to be safe. I don't know how well that anybody would be able to get certain information. I don't think some of those APIs would even matter, but yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, see, Tribals rolled up in here. Dick, thanks for joining. There's Canuck Gal, which I actually gave you thanks in the video I did just a little while ago. That, like I said, it will be uploaded in a little bit. Michael, thanks for joining. Giorgio, thanks for joining. Bama, Patty's in here. JJ Cord Cutter, thanks for joining. The One, what's up? What's up? The 1-1. I like that. Donald, thanks for joining. If anybody would like to jump in the panel, if you got some stuff to talk about, hit me up on Telegram. I'll send you the link. You're more than welcome to jump on the show, and we'll just see where any of this goes. Next Level raid. So Next Level must have just finished his show. Told him to come. I guess told y'all to come over here and see me. So thanks again to Next Level and Rojas. And while I'm thinking of it, they released part 1 of their interview with me, and anybody that knows me knows that they were saying like 30 minutes, like shoot for about 30-minute show or interview. I think we went like an hour and a half because you know me, I can't help it. So yeah, hit me up on Telegram. I'll try to keep glancing over there to my Telegram to see if you guys want to do it. If any of you guys want to go in here, let's see. Sherry, thanks for joining the show. I see Alban's over there. Tons and tons of people. Thanks you guys for all jumping. Jose, thanks for jumping in here. Carmen, Mike G, good grief. Y'all bring the whole crowd over here with you. So let me look through here again. Rojas or Next Level. Terror, any of you guys, if you Alban, if you want to jump on here, any of you guys want to jump in here, more than welcome. Send me a message on Telegram. I'll keep trying to bounce back and forth and try to keep an eye on that. So hey, normally I'm drinking a beer, right? I'm usually drinking a beer. I did get a new beer. Now it's for you guys who are the people that are in the States. Moscow Mule, this copper can. Now, this one's a little bit different. I got one the other day from the ABC store, and it actually has vodka in it. So it's a 10% alcohol. It's a little bit sweet, but a little bit tart. So, interesting combination for the folks that are in Canada. If you've had gin smash, which I love gin smash when I go up to Canada and had it, I know that Canuck Gal, maybe you remember, you know what gin smash is. It reminds me a little bit of gin smash, a little bit tart, a little bit sweet. It's something easy. Now, this one I taste a little bit more of the ginger than my other one. And I'll finish this one and then I'll get another one. Yeah, thanks for the who said that? Where did I see that? Nice glasses. Giorgio said, cool glasses, Debs. This was for my daughter. I got their, I don't know, Oakley or Ray-Bans or something. I don't know. Got them for Father's Day. So yeah, little things. I am going to get some glasses just for the show, to be honest, because now that I've gotten older, I need a little bit of that bifocal-ish kind of look. And I hate it when I'm watching my videos and I'm doing this number here, trying to read stuff over there. So I'm actually going to get some glasses that are set to read a computer screen. So I don't have to be doing that kind of number so that people won't be able to tell my age. Let's see if anybody had sent. All right. Hey, all right. So Blue will not be here. I will say that. So Blue will not be here. She's going out with her girlfriend, and they're going to go out to have a night at dinner and have a good time. So yeah, she won't be here tonight. I do want to say one thing, and I saw this from I saw it on Twitter from Goliath said it, and I've seen it in a couple other places where people said, was the engagement real? Now, anybody that was here last week on episode 93, where I had a lot of the noobs and nerds, the Nan crew in here, which was a blast to have those. But I did invite them under the guise, and I was kind of being sneaky, and I didn't tell them that it was a true. I was proposing to Blue during the show, so the proposal was real. The ring she got's real. Believe me, that ring it was not a fake ring. It cost me. So that yeah, I went ahead and asked for her to marry me. I don't know when that's going to happen due to the Corona border lockdown. She's in Canada. I'm in the U.S. You know, so you guys, that's just going to happen. So again, Next Level Rojas, Alban, any of you guys want to jump on here, send me a message and I'll be happy to pull you in. We'll see where the conversation goes. I don't have any major topics, so this probably be one of the Dab's shorter shows. So yeah, I'm drinking. Who was it? Jose asked me Moscow Mule, the ABC store locally. I think it is all around the U.S. A little sweet, a little tart. This one it says ginger beer. I actually prefer the other one, which I will, once I finish this one, I'll grab the other one. And you'll see it looks exactly the same, except for this is gluten-free and it says ginger beer. The other one said ginger. So I just noticed that this one was gluten-free. So maybe that's the difference. So, so here we go. So, well, I have to get there before they put up the wall. That very, very well could happen. So, and no, it wasn't a Dakota ring. It was a real ring. Go back and you watch the show, and you know they said you got to put a ring on it. So, great show last week. I do want to say one thing, and I apologize on Twitter, and I apologized in quite a few of my Telegram groups. That I apologize for a couple things. Number one, having 10 people on the show. 10 people on the show is chaos, especially when you have 10 people that are talkers. Now, we know that Mid and Q were the only two that were non-talkers on that whole group. Everybody else can hold their own. So I apologize, number one, that having a reunion show, I was not able to truly share and talk about the Nan days as much as we might have been able to if I didn't use that as my platform to propose and to kind of smokescreen Blue in that, because it was a smokescreen, because she thought we were just having this reunion show. And so she was psyched about it being a reunion show because those are all of our friends. And I, I felt a little bit bad that maybe some of the people that were watching the show wanted more of that throwback, us talking about the Nan days, and that we didn't stay on that topic long enough. One, because there's too many people. Number two, the proposal was kind of stuck in the middle there. And then that became kind of a large part of the conversation. So I apologize for that. And I do apologize that any of my guests that were on the show, that maybe they weren't able to talk as much as they want. And I told them, if any of them want to come on a show later, that any of them can come on and we can reminisce about those old days and actually talk about that stuff a little bit better and a little bit more in depth. But yeah, it was all real. That was completely real. If you go back and watch it, if you don't want to watch my whole video, um, you can watch you can watch it like go to about 45 minutes into the show. So, you don't, because actually I couldn't monetize it at all. They gave me a thing, said, "Are you sure?" And I used too much language was used on that show anyways. So watch a minute of it or watch the whole thing, but get to about 45 minutes and then go to it. And you'll be able to watch me somewhere close in there when she doesn't know and the flowers come in, and then do my thing. So yeah, so thank you. So Paper Plate fan, thank you, thank you. Yeah, there was just something that after my show, I thought about it, because a lot of times when my show is over, and any of the people that do shows, you think about it. You think, what could you have done a little better? What could you have done differently? And that was, I was like, I probably should have done that a little bit differently, but it was great. It was real life, folks. That is real shit. That was real, completely real. And we'll see what happens with the when I can actually get married, whenever they open the border, and how that all goes about, and that whole spin up. So yeah, we're all excited about that. So thank you, Carmen. Thank you for everyone giving me congratulations. Patty, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was Brady Bunch +1 because it was 10 people. And I even apologized to a couple people that tried to come on the show that was going to try to get on, because I wasn't sure how many people would actually show up for the panel. Some people tried to join, but the panel was full. So I had to apologize to them because I would have wanted them to come on the show and they weren't able to. So, and Sharon said the show was the best. It was, and it was real stuff, folks. That was real. So thank you. Canuck Gal says, I have a question. Where are you finding the movie 27 Hours to Play? All right. So first of all, you need to look up 127 hours, because Dabs was a dumb and said 27 at the end of the last show. So it's 127 hours. You should be able to find it if you search for that. 27 hours. I think you're going to struggle to find that one. So, yeah, that's going to be on for 127 hours. You should be able to find that if you search for that 27 hours. It's going to be a toughie, because I don't even know if there was actually one out there. So yeah, thanks from people. Donald, thank you. Turner, thank you. Jose, thank you. Real's hard to find these days. Yeah. And it wasn't that for the, and I said that, I mean, her and I were friends for years before any of that even came into the picture. We were just working mates. And any of you guys that worked on projects that you guys have worked on projects in Kodi/APKs, whatever, and you're working with some different people, it was that type of working relationship. Wasn't even anything like that, and really didn't even flirt that hard. Sometimes you flirt with people online. Never really flirt with her for a long time, because it was just friend. So yeah, it grew organically, and I blame Q and I blame the ACE letters, because when all the NAN got shut down and they all left and there was only Blue and myself, to prop up Jen and keep it going. We had to work together every single day, and we were talking every single day. Um, so yeah, we ended up talking constantly, and that was where a lot of that relationship grew from that point. Even though we knew each other and worked together on other projects, at that time we were together all the time talking, and then that was when it started to become a little bit different. So, no need to apologize. Your goal is to accomplish this, and Blue was yeah, and it was accomplished, and Blue was blown away. She was completely shocked. Oh, oh, this is my shirt. So I'm not Alban, but this is the shirt Blue got for me. So yeah, that was. Oh, Tara's got some things. 13 days before his repo shut down. Okay, all right, Tara. Sorry to hear that. Thought you were coming back before then. Don't you got to come back with day 12. 12 days from now. Damn live shows keep me from my beer run. Hey, run and go grab that beer and just get your butt back real quick. So okay, I got Alban over here. I'm gonna send a link to him. And again, Next Level or Rojas, if you guys want to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on. And I don't see. I will post. Oh wait, wrong link, Alban. Hold on, that's my YouTube link. So let me try another one. Let's try this one, Alban. All right, there we go. There you go, Alban. All right. All right, so here we go. So let's knock around a few topics. I know that one of the things that was talked about in my Streaming Matters group, and I saw it in Shadow group, and I swear to you, Shadow group, it my Streaming Matters group, Telegram group gives me no headaches. Trying to stay on top of the Shadow group, it does my head in. It does my head in. Just some, I don't know, just some of the people in there. I swear to you, some of the people that are in there just want to argue. They're those people that, when you're around those people that you get around too many people that that have to have the last word. There's too many of those people that always have to have the last word. So it's like one thing after another. And oops, hold on a second. I don't like it when it's like, okay. It's some of those people that have to have the last word, and it just drives me crazy in that room. So please, if you're in the Shadow group, in the Shadow room, I'm so close to just booting. I got a handful of people, and not to blame it all on one person. I'd have to blame it on a couple people. But I just feel that some of the people in that room, I just love to instigate an argument or keep an argument going. In that, one of the arguments yesterday, and I was at work, so I missed the whole argument until I got off work and all the conversation was done. And when I look at Telegram and I see that there's 150 messages before I ever look at, before I ever open it, I see there's 150 messages in that group. I always know it's bad, unless it's a brand new group. If it's a brand new group, you can expect that. Most other times when you see 150 plus messages in a period of time, it's an argument. And I went through it because it was just stupidness. People arguing about why have to have more than one add-on, and Shadow is the only add-on you really need, and there's no need to have any other add-ons, which I'm a person, I would say there's 3 add-ons on my device that I use on a regular or semi-regular. Oh, Alban's in. Alban joined. Thank you, Alban.
Hey,
So I'd say on my device, there's 3
I got my
add-ons.
other stuck in
Is
here.
that
Gonna mute that. Okay.
all right?
Yeah, I'm
So
ready.
yeah, you're already up. So I'd say so Shadow's on there, Saren is on there, and Crew is on there, and those 3 add-ons are on my device, and I use them all for different reasons. Shadow is my daily driver. That's the thing I use every single day. Every single day, if I'm going to watch a movie, that's where I'm going to go. If I need something a little bit specialized, because it's an older movie or an older show or something a little bit harder to find, that's when I pull out Saren. It's like your weekend driver. It's like something that you got under the tarp, you pull it out every once in a while, and you go race around town. I'll use that at certain times. Then I have crew that there has been times for, say, let's say UFC pay-per-view or a fight night happened on Saturday night. I can find the replay very easily on their add-on. If I look through some stuff, I can actually find their thing. So that is the reason that I have 3 ads. Now, if you wanted to go, um, for me, if you wanted to go super duper and you wanted the most thorough scraping add-on out there, I'd have to give that to Gaia. But for anybody that's used Gaia, you may have to wait 5 minutes for it to scrape. I'm probably not exaggerating a whole lot. You may have to wait a while because it's 120 scrapers plus if you have Usenets or Easy News, it's just got so much. So that's why. And that was one of the discussions they had in Shadow, and it went on for freaking ever. And like I said, I was glad I missed it. But yeah, that's some of the reasons why some people may want more than one add-on. If you want one add-on, fine. But I do find there is occasions that another add-on may fit a certain niche, and that's what is going on. Miss Blue's still waiting. How are you doing, Alban?
Hey, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I thought you were gonna break the internet again when you said the show wasn't gonna be on. I was trying to find the perfect gift to fucking send to you. You know?
Oh yeah, you send that gift. I need yeah, you can send a gift. Just send me some money. I'll take money. And look at somebody. All right, so the 1-1 up here says that I need to do on Super Chat so I can make a little money. I could do Super Chat. Been doing this long enough, and Super Chat is one of the options. But I know that there's a lot of people that do Super Chat, and I see them make this, that. You know what? When people come to watch the show, I want them just to come to watch the show and not feel like I'm trying to reach into their pocket. And I know that I'm not, but sometimes I feel like when I see Super Chat and people start donating, one person donates and then somebody else has got to donate and then somebody else donates, or sometimes I feel like people donate just to get their name mentioned. So that's not what I'm here to do. That's not why that's not why I do shows, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just take that out of the equation, and then I don't have to worry about that.
I was
Magic.
hoping that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was looking. It said Magic Dragon says it won't be updated anymore. I'll have to look for that. I know that he went to Torrent, where he went to Real Debrid only. I can't say that that's true or not true. If someone wants to send me a message on Telegram and tell me, or to verify that, I'll say that that's true. But yeah.
I was hoping that you were gonna say a little bit more about that, because I not it was last show. You said you were gonna talk about the Easy News stuff with those groups, but you said you made a video for it, because I'm looking for info on what's the best way to use something to download all this stuff from Easy News besides using their thing. I know there are a bunch of other programs out there, and I want to know who thinks what's the best to use.
Yeah, I didn't use when I did my. Now I have a show with through Premiumized on this latest video.
Okay.
I have not. I didn't, which I think maybe I'll look into the next thing to see if I'm able to add Easy News as a download or as one of the indexers, because I bet I can. I bet I can use that as one of the indexers. I'd have to look in there. I'm sure I can, But I have an Easy News account that I got when it was on sale. You
Right.
remember
Me
when they
too.
ran it $40?
Yeah.
So I'll
I got
probably
one
need to
too.
mess with that. If you have, the main thing is to get into some of the index sites. And I talk a little bit about index sites in my video.
Okay.
I signed up for NZB Finder. NZB Finder was a free sign up, and you could sign up, was not a problem. And
Okay.
then you get 5 downloads a day, 25 API hits a day. And I kind of show that. Now, I actually paid the $10 for that site for the year to get 1,000. I can't remember if it was 1,000 hits on the API, unlimited downloads, I think is what it was. And then there was another one that I signed up for, which was Drunken Slug, which I'll have to thank Canuck Gal. She sent me an invite for that, and I got on Drunken Slug. And for Drunken Slug, and now our index sites are kind of like a torrent site. So it's like a directory. Now, the one thing about a torrent site, though, is when you go to a torrent site, it's only stuff uploaded to that private tracker. You know how you go there, and it's only stuff from there. Index sites is like that, but it's like their roadmap or their glossary, looking at all these servers and what's on each one of those servers. The index site's looking at all those places. So the better indexer, it's looking at more servers and more networks to say, oh, you're looking for that particular movie? It's over here and here and here. Whereas if you have not as good of an indexer, it only may find here and here. If you know what I'm saying. It's
all right.
So I'll have to look into, my next thing would be to try to see if I can set up that into my setup, my automated setup. But I used Radar, and I pulled right into Radar, and I did a search and search. So let me see if there was any questions before.
But is there a way to pull, because I would see stuff and they have the NZBs on them, using Easy News, but they're programs I'm trying to download, and that's why I needed something to pull it in, right? Because I try to get some stuff and I'm not getting it, and there's no help on it anywhere.
Well, usually Easy News, if you search through them, you can click it and it usually downloads it. Now you can take that NZB and drop it in SAB. You can drop it in SAB. NZB, ZAB. It's SABNZBD. SABs. I don't know how you would pronounce it. ZAB. I just called it I call it ZAB. It's SABNZBD. Now you can drop those NZB files in it, and it's like a. You ever use JDownloader? It's like your JDownloader. It can organize your downloads.
JDownloader on the premiumized.
You can also take that Real to Bread. Yeah. You can do that, and it basically organizes your downloads. It can prioritize it. You can download it, and it can say, "Oh, it downloads this folder, and then I want you to send it over to this folder." It can organize your downloads.
Okay.
So that ZAB is used when you want to use the Usenet with premiumized, because that's what I'm basically right now. I'm just showing people what are the benefits of premiumized and automation, and what if you have a premiumized account. Why not use it to its maximum?
Right.
Hold on. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I will actually open up. I'm going to open up. I'll open up my Radar, and I'll open up, and I'll show some of that. When I see Sandy asked a question here, and so I don't forget. She asked, "What are some other sports add-ons out there besides the Loop and Rising Tides?" I would the Crew to me, and I want to say, what's the Greek? Where Odin is at.
The Greek guys.
No, where Odin and all lives where? Started with an A. Starts with an A.
Athens.
No. Up in the clouds. They live up there.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of that add-on. Slipped my mind. But there's an add-on, and I can't remember that. It just bugs the hell out of me. I can't remember that. I know it had. I think it had a live section. Gridiron, I want to say, if you go into Gridiron or Nimsy's, Nimsy, they had a bunch of sports sections because Knoll Nation. So if you go to Knoll Nation in Nimsy, all of them had sports sections. So those are the things off the top of my head that I would think had a sports stuff in it. That if you want to do it, Asgard. That's Asgard.
The one. Okay.
I was like, I know that name. I've heard it, and I know that Blue was probably screaming at me because she's a nerd on the Marvel stuff, so she was probably screaming.
Right.
All right. Funster says End Zone. Okay, another good one. And a lot of these, and I don't diss just because I don't try it. There's some that I don't use, so I'm not always familiar with it. Oh God. And then we got Mid. You could always run your own indexer. All right, so Mid will have to show me how to do that, and I won't give him any credit on that. But yeah, because he does everything himself. What's the best working add-on at the moment? And I think we've named a few already. Numbers is another one that I did not mention in amongst this conversation. I know that works really well. You get some of these, install a decent repo, and you're going to find some of that stuff that works well. Yeah. So I just know the handful that I use.
And don't forget about the fight tomorrow night, UFC.
Bugacino's repo. Okay, so not sure which one that's in there. Sports HD one from Bugs. Okay, so that's in Bugs. So thank you, Streaming Wizard. Thank you. So, all right. So I'm going to share my screen here, big guy. And I'm going to, first of all right. So, okay. So someone did message me and said, yes. Thank you, Jay. That says that it's true that Magic Dragon has announced on Facebook that he was stepping back and won't be updating the add-on, but it'll still work. And that's a lot like a lot of add-ons, that even if a developer quits, the add-on continues to work for quite a while until something breaks. It'll continue to go. Oh, Terror, thank you. Terror actually sent that an image to me too, where he posted in. So yeah, I see that from a few different people. So looks like it's true. A great add-on, long-running add-on. But as we've said numerous times before, y'all, that it is difficult to, and it's very time-consuming to keep an add-on going for long periods of time. If you just made it and you didn't talk to nobody, and you didn't have anybody messaging you, and you didn't have any of that stuff, other stuff going on, it wouldn't be so bad. But then if people can reach out to you and message you and PM you and post on walls, and it becomes very full-time job. And I can see where some people would get a little frustrated. So, best of luck to him. Not to say that he wouldn't be back. I think one other time he stepped back and took a little time for himself. I can't hate on anybody that wants to take some time for themselves and enjoy themselves. Let's see. Let me close. Yeah, I had an extra thing open. So I'm going to go ahead and share my. I'm going to share. I think if I share my Firefox screen. Okay, are you able to see that, Mr. Alban?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So one of the things I did, and I'm using, this is using the SAB thing, and you can see here some stuff when I was doing some trials.
Can you make that tests. Full screen? For
Oh yeah. Thank you. Let me back over here
and get rid of the thing on the bottom.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Back to this, and let me get rid of that. And let me make the screen a little bigger. Let me see. There. So a little bit bigger, you can read it. So the biggest thing you can see here are some things that I was doing testing. I was just trying different things, give you some information. configuration.
NZB. Okay.
Yeah, you can do some folders. If you're a person that, and this is where I showed today, I set up a server. I use my
Okay.
premiumized account. I'm sure you can do, I bet you I can add in, and I'm not going to do it right this minute. I bet this is where I can do Easy News, add it as a server. And
Okay.
I bet you if I did a search for adding Easy News as a server, it'll
Uh-huh.
give you the URL that you got to do. And then
Right.
you would put your, I'm sure that you would put your username and maybe your API or your password
Right.
into that.
Uh-huh.
And it would use it as your search.
As your server. As your server.
Yep.
But
Yep.
will it search for both of them? Will it use the Usenet?
I'm sure it would.
And,
Well, it would use the Usenet, but I mean, if you don't have, if you have a premiumized, do you have a premiumized
Right.
account?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can try it. Yeah, see, I don't have the host. Now mine's local. See, I had like mine was enabled for local there.
Right.
So let's close that. So I had it set up and it worked. It worked fine. I'll have to do some search about Easy News setting that up as a server. I'm sure you can. But it's as simple as like when you go here and not here. See, here's the add an NAZB.
EasyNews.com and yeah.
I can just grab the NZB file and drop it here, or if it's on my computer, click it.
Okay.
And then it goes. So let me just show you. I'll show you like I'll show you doing I'm gonna do a movie. Let's add a movie. Let's discover something that maybe I'd want to have. And we'll have to wait a few minutes because it'll take a few minutes. So I just got great movie there. And I've only seen this movie one time. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Normally I like
Logan?
HD. Yeah, I only saw it one time. So I'm gonna add that. And while it's doing its thing, so it's searching the 4 indexers in my radar. So we'll go up here. We'll go up here, and you'll see the indexers that I have set up. That I have
see
turned on.
Gal, it said there she has 3 servers. You prioritize by number.
Okay, and I saw that if you looked at the SAB, when you looked at configuration, when I did server, did you see right here? She's talking about this, the priority. So this is, you would probably, if you wanted Easy News to be number 1, you'd make it 0 probably, and make it whatever, the other ones down the list.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I again, during my video, I actually thank Canuck Gal for her help that she's helped me with this. I also thank Penn because he gave me some help with this, because I am no expert at this and I don't claim to know everything. I try to learn stuff and I try to share what I learned with other people. And so I'm learning, and I'm not embarrassed to say, hey, I don't know all this, but this is what I've learned. I did that with my sonar video. I actually made some mistakes. And then when I did my second premiumized video, I actually fixed some. I'm like, hey, I said something wrong in sonar. So to let you know, setting up your folders a little bit differently. So right now you can see I got 2 torrents, and I actually showed you in the video that for me on Radar, it's going to try to use the Usenet first, and then it will try to use torrent if it can't find it on Usenet. Torrent would come in later. So if you're a person that's setting this up automated, you can tell it, hey, try my Usenet first, or vice versa. I could have done the torrents first and the Usenet second. If you have a limited amount of hits on a indexer, that's probably why you'd want to make it not your first hit, make it your second. You know what I'm saying? That it would be the later hit.
Right.
So it's going down here, and let's see if my activity now, it's going to do a search. I don't know if I put it at HQ. I put it at ultimate. I put it at 4K. So that tends to be my sticking point. A lot of times when I make it a 4K, it'll jack me up. So I'm gonna go here, and I can see that it's not getting nothing. So I bet you money. If I go to movie, and I go to that movie, I bet you it couldn't find the HD.
That's the 4K.
Yeah. All right. So no. All right. So take that back. It actually sent it to the cloud. Now it's using a torrent, so it's saying that it's using my premiumized. It's
Right.
using my
Yeah,
see where
because it was on
see
the
right here?
Usenet Premium. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's used it so you don't see it because Premiumizer is not highlighted. So I bet if I open up this, there you go.
Uh-huh.
So you can see if it's light blue, that means it's uploading it to the cloud before
Right.
it downloads. In dark
Before it
blues when it comes
downloads back to you.
Yep. So it's light
Okay.
blue when it's going to the cloud, and also when I see this, I know the cloud needs it.
Okay. Wait, when you
So
see what? When you see what? You know
peer,
the cloud. Oh, okay.
peer.
Okay.
So that means it needs to get it from the peers.
Okay.
And sometimes it doesn't have enough peers, and then that's when it'll sit there forever. And look at ETA 147 days. But sometimes it takes a few minutes for it to
Right.
grab into to join the swarm.
Mhm.
But I was just doing this for demonstration purposes anyways. Now, I was going to show this in my video and I forgot. So let's say you want to use Premiumizer and you have the NZB. So you want to use your Premiumized account and you have the NZB file. You can drop that NZB file right here.
Right in there? Okay.
And so it wouldn't necessarily be used. It would not use your Easy News. It would use Premiumized to download that NZB.
Okay.
So it's using this is Premiumizer. Very handy program.
Yeah.
I'll probably cancel this because I don't even really want this movie. So yeah, it's taken way too long. So that's gone to the ditch. Okay, so that's gone. But yeah, if you have a NZB, you can drop it right in here, and Premiumizer will download it using the Premiumized Usenet group system.
Okay.
So very handy. Let me go to Radar and let me see. Only thing about with Radar and Sonar, it doesn't cache the results. And maybe maybe I have something incorrect. But you see how it's having to basically go through and search again.
Right.
If it cached the results, those search results would be pop right up, and then I could choose another link, like it does in Kodi. In Kodi, like you try to search for something and it doesn't get it, you back up and there's
and
it
it's
like
in
takes
there. Right.
Yeah. So all right. So that's as you can see, it's doing its little thing. It's gonna take a minute. And then I'm gonna let it do its thing for right now. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and then I want to see the results that it gave us to see what did it pick from the Usenet groups, what did it pick from the torrent groups. You can add some private trackers to it. I found it to be a little bit of pain in the butt doing that for me.
Yeah.
But you can add private trackers. So I don't think the private tracker. But then the other thing about with private trackers, you want to save it. You want to add some cloud time that it stays on the cloud for a certain period of time.
Okay.
But
And you do that through Premiumizer?
Premiumizer. Yes, there is a. How long does it stay on the cloud?
Okay.
It's on there, so it asks you how long does it want to stay on there.
Okay.
Canuck Gal says, yeah, Usenet is complicated at first, but once you get it set up, it's awesome and so fast. It is. The only issue I'm having, and that's because I'm doing a show, and of course, I have too many indexers, and it's trying to look on torrent sites at the same time. If I had minimized that to where it was only using the Usenet, it would be much quicker. But demonstration purposes only.
Yeah. Talk about demonstration. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For next Wednesday show. Wednesday show at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I already did my homework. Both movies.
I haven't done none. I haven't done either one, so I'm gonna catch up.
Okay. I just wanted to say that.
Welcome, Mark.
Since last week, and the week before, we had Shadow on, but you normally give us an update on Shadow. So I don't know if you want to also update people on that.
I'll give you this is a Streaming Matters Dabs exclusive because I haven't made a video on this. The developer of Shadow is not dead and gone, abandon the add-on. I've spoke to him. He does have some stuff going on due to the virus and home stuff and work stuff. He is very busy right now, so he's a little bit busy. But I'll also say one of the things him and I talked back and forth, there's a couple things that got underneath his skin. And this guy is extremely nice. And I can't say nice enough. This guy is extremely, extremely nice. I've talked to him one-on-one, extremely nice. Two things are bothering him. One, it bothers him the arguing about stupid stuff in his shadow group. He says, why can't people just enjoy the add-on and why do they need to argue? He says, I see no point in it. He says, I don't care what add-on people use. He says, I want them to use my add-on or use the add-on because he doesn't say his. He says the add-on. He said, and just use it. He says, but it seems like people are always arguing in here. And I was like, I know. And to me, I'm kind of tossed on that. And he says, I just want people to enjoy the add-on. He goes, so the arguing, the bickering, he goes, gets on my nerves. He goes, that really bothers me. He said the other thing that was bothering him and why he had to step back was he was getting 100 to 150 PMs a day. Some people wanting this, wanting that, want this, want that. Hey, can you add this? Hey, this ain't working. I can't find this movie. I can't find this TV show. This episode's not loading. Why is I getting this error? Hey, why doesn't this load? I can't get this and that. So he was constantly getting private messages, he said, day and night, because we're a world. I mean, it's not one time zone here, folks. We're talking 24 hours world. So he's getting PMs 24/7. His wife was a little upset that he's getting PMs 24/7. Is anybody that's married, can you imagine your spouse's phone going off over and over and over and over and over? Or when your spouse gets up, has to go through 100 messages or 50 messages from person after person. He said that became too much. He said some people got a little bit irritated with him and were taking things personally when he wouldn't respond to their message. They took it personal that he was blowing them off or being a jerk because he wouldn't answer the question. And this guy, far from it. And I think of that developer in Mid. I love Mid to death. Anybody because Mid Q was the same way. Super, super, super approachable. None of those three guys ever made me feel stupid. And I am the first to say, I don't know everything. I say I don't know something. I don't know it. I'm not an expert at that. I have a basic knowledge of several things, but not a great knowledge in what they know. None of those guys would ever make me feel stupid if I asked a question. I would say, hey, can you explain to me why that? Can you explain to me that? And they would dummy it down enough to where I could absorb the information and say, oh, okay, I get that. And this guy, again, is so much like that. And so he's creating an add-on to put out there for everybody. He says, hey, if you want to fork it, fork it. You want to put it on your repo, put it on your repo. You want to do whatever you want with it, do whatever you want with it. And then to be bombarded because he's easily accessible on Telegram. And he put himself out there. And I'm sure, I'm sure a lot of those people that were messaging him privately, asking questions, never meant nothing. Most of them probably never meant no harm. They were just, you know how people get obsessed with an issue. I mean, we've seen that in how many groups, Alban, where people there's like something not working and they will not shut up about it. They will on and on and on about something that's not working. And I'm sure that it was bothering whatever the issue was, and they couldn't get resolved. And so they messaged him over and over and over, hey, help me fix this, help me fix this, help me fix this. Most of the time, the errors are user end.
Yeah.
A lot of it is user error. Or ghosts in the machine. I tell people all the time in Shadow, uninstall it, clear the cache, reboot Kodi, install it again. 9 times out of 10 that fixes it. It's fixed it with me. That there's like a ghost in the machine over updates or things I've changed or something's just gotten wacky, messed up. And so sometimes it's just somebody's setup. Something's not correct. So he's not gone. He's not abandoned the add-on. He just needed some time. He needed a breath. And
he deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, and so anybody that's in the shadow group, when we see people going on and on, I'm not saying for people to be hateful to other people, and that's by far, but sometimes, you know, it's easy to walk away from an argument so it stops being an argument. There's people in this community I don't like. I don't hate anybody. Well, maybe there's like one or two people from my way back past I kind of do hate. Nobody recent do I hate. There is some people I don't like. Some people I don't get along with. So you know what? I find I just don't interact with them. Because I interact with them, then this begins. I don't interact with them, guess what? Squashed. It's done. So I would ask, especially in the shadow group, everybody needs to check themselves a little bit. Don't be so snappy with being a jerk or belittling somebody else or jumping in or being a smart ass, because we see that a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm trying so bad in that group not to be, oh, he kicked me from the group, or he was a jerk, he don't like me, that's why he booted me out. I've tried to say, you know what, I try to have perspective on it. But I do know that I'm in a lot of groups. In a lot of groups, I don't see the daily arguing or I don't want to say arguing, the small bickering. I don't see it in a lot of groups. And then what I do is I say, hey, what's in this group that's in shadow? What's in shadow that's not in this group? Tell me, what are the ingredients? What are the ingredients that are here that are not here that may be causing a toxic environment here that are not here? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, you guys, everybody needs to check themselves a little bit. Check yourselves, because
Redneck hit it on the head there when he said, why don't they thank him instead of complaining?
Yeah.
You know?
And I do think that a lot of people do say thank you. Yeah. And there are a lot of people, I have seen a lot of people say thank you. But you can get, all right, so I've worked in public service. I don't know if you worked in public service. If you were in a public, if your job had been where you deal with the public, you can get, you're doing a great job. Thank you for being here. Because, being out in the public, I get that sometimes from people. Thank you for being here. All right, I can have 10 people come through there and say, thank you for being here. You guys are great. Thank you for working. Thank you, blah, 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 blah. And then have one asshole come along and have a fit in front of me because I don't have a particular item because we can't get it for whatever reason, and have a fit. Now, my day's screwed up because that one jerk, even though 10 people said thank you.
Mm-hmm. That one thank means a lot.
Yeah, a lot of thank yous help, but it don't take but one bad apple to ruin the bunch.
That's true.
So I'm just saying, don't be the bad apple. Don't be the person instigating an argument. Don't be the smart aleck in a group just trying to, because I see sometimes people poking. They don't start an argument. It's like those little needles. And I'm like, I can see it. I'm like, they're not doing anything outright, but they're just starting to try to get some so that somebody else reacts. I'm like, really? You're not that smart. I see you. So that's an exclusive to the show. The developer's not gone, but he's changed his name. He's somebody completely different. And so he's very, very likely could be in several groups and you don't even know that he's in there because he's under another name. So I'll say that as a public service announcement for the shadow group about, just getting along, and maybe he'll get to a point where he's ready to come back publicly, or he may not come back publicly. He may just watch the shadow group and see bugs,
what's wrong, right,
and may fix them, and then send an announcement to somebody else and say, "Hey, you go ahead and tell everybody that's a fix, or this has been updated."
Right.
Could very well happen.
Okay.
So let's see. Jim said, yeah, he works in retail and knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's, yeah. Tara, I mean, my ears are burning. Hell yeah, Tara. Tara's been gone. Canuck Girl says, got to grow thick skin when working in the public. Everyone should. Yeah. One day, hell no. I'm saying someone need about a year. You need to work about a year in the public because, one day you can do one day. This pandemic, I've seen the worst and the best of people in our situation. I've seen the best and the worst. I've seen some people that are just downright selfish. And then I've also seen people that are like, no, you go ahead. You get that. I've seen people sharing, like when there's a limited amount of something, share with people. I've also seen people come up and swoop like a freaking eagle, does that grab up every one of them, throw them in their cart and just start pushing it. Like, really?
Man.
Funster says there are a lot of people out there who are constantly tweaking add-ons and skins, adding stuff to implementing things, and they forget to enjoy. And that's true. You do. I've gave props to builders or people creating add-ons, people doing skins. You forget. I used to never watch. I used to joke on my show, when was the last time you actually used Kodi to watch something? It would be like weeks. Now that I don't do as much, guess what? I got time. I watched 5 episodes of TV today. Every week I watch at least 2 movies, if not more.
Yeah. So you have to.
I have to. I have to watch at least 2 movies a week, but I normally watch more because I'm not doing all that stuff in Kodi like I used to.
Right.
I'm enjoying Kodi more than I used to, and so I always give heavy props to all the people that they're willing to put in builds or add-ons or skins, make scripts, programs. If you're willing to put yourself out there, you're truly not enjoying Kodi as much as you want to, because you're always fixing shit. Hey, let me look at this. So what we had here, so I can see that. All right, so my indexers. Right here, it didn't pull this because Blu-ray disc not wanted. It didn't give this one because look at 81 gigs. It's bigger than the 14 gigs that I set the limit.
Right.
So, and anybody that's a downloader that downloads 4K Remux, they are humongous files. They usually have way too many languages. I need one, and so you can see the exclamation points tells you why it wouldn't download that.
Okay.
15 gigs was bigger than the 14.8 that I wanted. So that's on Newsfinder. And this was the one it tried to get. And it said that it was only pulling from one seeder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell it I want this one. 15 gigs, that's not bad. I'll be all right with that. So I'm going to add that. And I'm going to go up here to the top. And as you see, you're going to see the speed. If you can see up here at the top, I'm right at 12 meg that it's downloading at. Now at 13. So the maximum that my internet speed gets is about 14.1, but we are streaming a show. So it's only going to be so fast. I'm going to pause it. But that's how easy you saw on that radar. And I basically, I basically told it wouldn't have downloaded it, but I told it to. So sometimes the manual search is better. You'll get a pick. But if you set it up correctly, set it up with the parameters that you want, it'll do it automatically. But sometimes you need to make sure your parameters are correct. Like I have it nothing bigger than 15 gigs. And so, or 14 gigs. So this was 15. So it said, nope, but I can override that. So yeah, you can see easy. I mean, this is so easy to set up and very useful for me.
Yeah.
NZB Finder, no, it was not invite only. That was free to sign up with. I signed up for free. It was 5 downloads a day, 25 API hits a day. Oh, well, a 24-hour period. So if you hit it at 5 p.m., you go through and do all your hits at 5 p.m., 5 to 6 p.m. Those hits don't come off your thing until 24 hours. Not like some sites reset after midnight. Yeah. It doesn't do it that way. It does a 24-hour cycle. So NCB Finder was open for the public. Drunken Slug was an invite only. So Drunken Slug was an invite only. I may subscribe to that. I'm still, because I'm thinking about it, $10 for a year.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah, and I signed up for the News Finder, or the NZB Finder, for $10. I'm probably going to go ahead and sign up for that Drunken Slug for a year for the $10 to help them on the server costs.
Right.
And also gives me more downloads because it gave me 1,000 API hits, I think, and so many.
And how many downloads a day on the NZB Finder when you pay for it?
Hold on here. NZB Finder was unlimited downloads. It was unlimited downloads. If you pay for $10, unlimited downloads, 5,000 API hits. But again, one search may be more than one API hit. So I'm going to look at my news. Hold on. I'm going to go to NZB. All right. So in the little bit of searching that I did on my video and what you guys saw, I had 28 hits on my API.
Right.
So just searching the movie hit it more than once. It hit it multiple times. So NZB Finder, I get unlimited downloads, 5,000. What did I say? 5,000 API calls. I can call on the API 5,000 times in the 24 hours. Drunken Slug, I think it was a number. So it was 1,000 API hits and 100 downloads per day.
Okay.
For $10.
That's still fine. That's still worth it. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. So both of those are 10 euro. So that's 10 euro each. But I would suggest get it for free. Play around with it. If you ask in some groups, you might get some invites to some different indexers. I'm sure that people are going to tell me, "Hey, that indexer sucks. You need to get this indexer." I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it because I'm no expert, but those are the two that I screwed around with.
Right.
But I know that there's better. And, Michael asked an API hit.
Not API. Right.
An API hit is when I put my information in. That's basically me asking the server for information. So when I searched for something, that was me asking the server. I was accessing the server. Let me look at that. Let me look at that. So the more that you do searches, even if you don't download from them, those are API hits because you have to put that stuff in there. So hopefully that answers that pretty. And I'll try to get the video up tonight if I can edit it. It'll be up tonight.
No, because I know there are a lot of people out there that watch the show that want to learn more, like me, and sometimes some of this stuff just goes right over our heads.
Yeah,
sorry that we sometimes ask these crazy questions, but we want to know, and you guys are the best place to get these answers.
I don't mind asking people to, and again, I gave credit to Canuck Gal. She's in the side chat.
Yeah.
Penn, and I'll actually put his video. I watched his video and I actually talked to him one-on-one to get some information. I watched his video. He kind of went through it. His video explained it, but he explained a little bit more different stuff where I felt like I already showed you radar sonar. I'd already showed you a lot of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's just get to the new stuff, the new part. Because if you want to watch the old video, watch the old video to get you to this point. So I don't mind asking questions. I don't mind showing people. And I try when I make a video I try to make it explain it enough so that someone that's not super tech savvy gets it. Because I understand when I talk to people like Mid or AA and they'll explain stuff and I'm like, all right, sorry, you got to bring this down a little bit because I'm not getting it. And they'll explain it and I'm like, all right, wait a minute, I almost got this. So if I say this in the way that it's in my head, am I giving the correct analogy? Because I might have not the correct terms, but maybe I have the analogy correct.
Yeah.
Then they'll say, oh yeah, you got the basic idea. Because you don't have to know how an engine runs. You just got to know, hey, these are the basics of the engine, And this is what you do. You do this and you do this. And, you know, you don't have to know every little intricate part of the engine. But if you have a basic idea how it works, that's all you got to know. So that's what an API hit is. And that's why API hits are important. I'll use an example. What was it? YouTube. That's a perfect example for Kodi users.
Yeah.
So remember when people were having that API new number has been exceeded, gets in the afternoon and you were using Kodi and you were trying to watch something on YouTube and it would say the API has been over the number.
YouTube, it's been
and that was because the API, the unique number that was given for the Kodi add-on was given, let's just say 500,000 hits. They said, YouTube said you can have 500,000 hits on this account. Once you reach 500,000, then we're not going to allow you access to us until the next day. That's where maybe people can understand what an API is, because it's like your key to say, this is me accessing. Now you can add your own API to YouTube and then you don't have that issue. But when someone's putting out a Kodi add-on or plugin script to Kodi, and then that same API is being used amongst how many millions people, that's when people had the issue with the API. So I hope that makes sense on what an API is.
Yeah.
So I did see, what did Terror say? He's got some skins coming out?
Oh, cool.
Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry, Terror. If I come back, Foreskin is coming with me. I saw Foreskins. I thought he was saying Foreskins. Funny, TK, funny boy. Funny boy. So, all right. I don't see nobody else in there. So, hopefully that explains a little bit. Again, I will do my best to try to get that video edited tonight to get my private APIs and that kind of information out of there, just so that someone doesn't try to jerk around my damn account. Or there's just people. I mean, there are people that just do stuff just to be hateful, as we've seen.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Trying to think what else there is. Does anybody out there have any other questions that they want to ask? I hate to be the only one.
No. Hey, all right. So this, I'm going to go get my other beer, which is the same one, not gluten-free. And this, like I said, says ginger beer. And I'm going to grab the other one to see if that, because I swear it tastes different. Hold on.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions out there? Okay, DJ.
Oh, and hey, do you notice Dab's hair looks any different? This is Dab's Al Natural.
Oh, okay.
So when you guys see me and my hair looks a little bit more like with a little bit more product in it. This is Dab out of the shower, blow dry. There you go. All right, so this is my copper can. This is the Moscow Mule. Okay, you can see copper can. Then this is the other one I got at the ABC store.
Didn't have your glasses when you picked them up?
No, I know. I picked it up. One ABC store only had this one, and the other alcohol store only had this one. Two different ones, two different stores.
Wow.
Now, this one says craft vodka, ginger beer, lime juice. This one, which says the exact same name, but it says vodka, ginger, lime, and mint.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't have ginger beer, it has ginger. This one for Canuck Gal, or anybody that lives in the UK, Gin Smash is the closest that I can say this tastes like.
In the UK or in
Canada.
Okay.
Canada.
You said the UK. I'm like, I didn't think Canuck Gal is from UK.
No, yeah, she's Canuck Gal.
Right.
Closest thing I can get to a Gin Smash. And like it says it's 3 shots per can. 3 shots of vodka per can. Not bad. I mean, I bought it because I like having things in my refrigerator that someone's not a beer drinker when they come over. Mm-hmm. I have some ciders, bottled ciders for people that come over that don't want a beer. Now I do have my beers that I love. This would be another one of those things to have in your refrigerator for people that are not normal beer drinkers. Charles don't drink beer. I mean, he will drink my beer, but if he sees something else in there, believe me, he's gonna be like, here's one of your ciders. Yeah, I'll take your cider. I know you will. He drank all my Fruity Girl coolers that I bought that I bought for all the women, and he drank them all. So look at Tara says I lose my man card again today. I don't care. I got a woman. I got me a woman, man. I got her done locked down. But for the folks in the U.S., if you're not a beer drinker and you're not, a professional drinker, you might want to try that. I actually saw it on Facebook. I saw an ad for this Moscow Mule on the Facebook, and I was like, oh, all right, sure. Wasn't cheap. Was not cheap, but I think it's a good. You want to have a few things in your refrigerator repertoire. You never know who might come over. They're like, I don't really drink that. You pull this out. It's like, try this. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, they're like, yeah, I'm liking that. So yeah, I lose my. Okay, so Pastali? How do you say that? Pesto. Yeah, I'm not. All right, so I can ask. Maybe he can add that like a tracked account. Maybe I don't know. I know that's been asked for a few times in the shadow room. I not sure if he wanted to add that.
But what was that, an account to?
IMDb account. IMDb.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So you know how you can add your tracked.
Yeah.
Some people want to add their IMDb. Some add-ons do that. I know that he was. All right. So what was the first purpose of Shadow? The first purpose of Shadow, or the main goal of Shadow?
Watch movies quick. Yep.
The more stuff you add, the heavier it gets.
Yeah.
So he does like this a lot of times when people want new features. He says, "Do I want to add this to?" And he also looks at it. He will add things that he doesn't use. He doesn't use Easy News. Remember, people asked about Easy News. People asked about FERC. He never even knew what FERC was. But he added it because
what I also really like is that he allows you to disable a lot of the stuff that he throws on there, which is great.
Yeah. And I turn off some of that stuff because I'm like, I don't need all that. And even though I don't even know if I use Easy News on my Shield. I don't even know if but I have an Easy News account.
I use it on mine. I use my Easy News on Shadow, because there's been a lot of things that I couldn't find on anything else that Easy News does pick up. And I'm so thankful for Shadow for it. How, because I'm getting it quick and no questions asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it does, especially you can even make it a short period of time, and it picks, because it grabs those Easy News pretty quick.
Yeah.
That I noticed. I think I still have mine set at 10 seconds. as a default
No,
because when
moved
I
mine
reinstalled
up.
it, I didn't check. I didn't change it.
Yeah, I changed mine.
So Canuck Gal says I'm gonna have to give it a try the next time at the LCBO, which is their ABC store, which is their alcohol store. Try Gin Smash. Gin Smash. If you're a person that likes sweet tarts, I love a sweet tart.
What?
Tastes just like a sweet tart.
Well,
And I never got drunk when I've had them. When I've went up there up to Canada, I've drank plenty of them. Never got drunk, and I guess because it's just I'm busy or doing other stuff. But I've had 4 or 5 of them, and I'll start to get a little bit of a buzz, just a little bit, but not heavy. This is the closest thing in the States to that. So, let's see. Did you know Dabs is a professor? No. Well, hey, I'm not going to take roll. Maybe I need to take roll. I always know Redneck's always the first one in here. He's usually, but yeah, but hey, yeah, you're welcome to join the YouTube University. I don't know if I'm that great because I got 10,000 subscribers and I've been doing this for 5 years. So I don't think I'm that good. But hey, you know what thing I am working towards? I'm at 800,000 views.
Oh.
I'm at the point where I want 1 million views.
Okay.
So it's going to take me probably another 2 to 3 years, but I want 1 million views. So that's my next goal.
Take it that long.
I don't know. I just don't get, I mean, my stuff is too specialized. The people that follow me. And I'll give 100 props that people that follow me. But I'm not that person that's doing a video on jailbreaking a Fire Stick or here's the best place to get free movies and put it in the title. Hey, you want free TV shows? This is the best place. Hey, you want IPTV? This is the best place. If you want views and clicks, sure, you do that. And you know what? You're going to get that. It's not me. I'm like, I don't care about that. So why am I going to do a video? Because I don't care about it. I do videos about stuff I care about. This stuff with premiumized, I care because I bought a premiumized account.
Yeah, me too.
I got 2 years of it.
That's
why
I try to get as much information on all these things by seeing you, because you're the man for it.
I'm learning from other people. So
I know.
I give props and I always mention out people's name. I'm going to talk out the people that, hey, they showed me this, he showed me that. And I appreciate the help because I'm setting up my own Plex server here. And you guys saw some of the stuff that was on that. And I've got 12 terabytes of space. Whatever. I'll see what I can do with it. And you know what? I'm going to have fun with it. So, let's see. Canucksell says good. It's gluten-free too. This one is. I don't know about Gin Smash. This one says it's not. I'm not worried about, for me, gluten. I'm not worried about gluten. I got my physical the other day. I'm good. Redneck says the same thing. He's getting here for the school.
Yep.
Sure, I bought it for the women. No, I actually bought them from Charles.
Yeah.
I ain't no lie. If he was here, he'd tell you. I bought this is I'm a little cheap. So at my store, when I see beer or stuff is marked down, I look at it. Not that I buy a lot because I am a one brewery guy. There's one brewery I like, and that's the only brewery. I'll drink almost any beer they make, but it's just one brewery. But when I see those fruity drinks, I will actually buy them and have them in my fridge for when other people come over. I have fight nights. You know, you and I've talked about, fight nights. We have fight nights. People come over. And Charles, bless his heart, he is always the first one to be like, what do you got in the refrigerator? He'll walk over there. Oh, can I have one of these? Sure. And I bought a bunch of those Seagrams. Seagrams had those bottles of whatever they were. We had them marked down. They were $6 a 6-pack, which is on sale because normally they were $15 for a 6-pack at my store.
Yeah.
$6. I was like, sure. I bought like four 6-packs and went through them. And it took about 2 months, I went through all of them, and I didn't have a single one. I didn't drink a single one, but they're all gone. And hey, this is no lie. My boy come up here one day,
Mm-hmm.
and he was sitting here for a minute, and he says, "What kind of beer you got?" I'm like, "I don't know." He went over to my refrigerator, got a beer, and he says, "All right, well, I'll see you later."
Gonna have to start calling him Norm, you know.
But hey, he takes care of me. He takes care of my dog.
Uh-huh.
He walks my dog every single day. I love him to
that's
death. He
cool.
walks my dog. I bust his
Yeah.
balls about it. He walks my
Mhm.
dog every day. She's his or he's her god dog, his godparent.
Okay.
Every day I work, he has a key to my place. He comes up,
Uh-huh.
gets her, walks her, so she's not here for 12 hours,
Yeah.
not being able to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, you know what? You want some
Mhm.
beer?
Yeah,
Knock
beer,
yourself
that's
out.
right.
You know,
Right.
you can
I
have
hear you.
whichever you want.
Mhm.
Turner says offer them water next time or bring their own. Yeah, there is people, Turner. There's people that I have actually cut off from my refrigerator. There has been people that come over from fight night that I've said, no, you're done. You're
Uh-huh.
done. Because my beer is $21 a 12-pack.
Mhm.
And I've had people come over with one in their hand and then start going through my
Mhm. Good.
brewery beer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, whoa. After about the second or third, I'm like, put a tab down
Yeah.
because you're sitting here to watch the fight
Mhm.
and you're drinking my beer and you're
Yeah.
eating my nachos, which again, put it out there for everybody. I'm like, dang, bro. Back in the
Oh
day,
man.
I have had some moonshine. I used to get that, but that's no more. It's just too much.
Mhm.
Tara says he really likes the first versions of like Shadow because it was stripped down like a race car. And you're right,
Yeah.
it was a lot, not day and night faster, but it was quicker. And I tell people that all the time: the more shit you ask,
Mhm.
it's gonna slow it
Yep.
down. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Um,
remember Blue screaming about it too, you know,
yeah,
and that's why I said to myself, you know what, they're right. I don't need to, ask for stuff in there what I was looking for,
yeah. I
because
mean,
that using that TMD is really the best thing, because then this way I get to search through any of my add-ons that I'm looking for, and you don't have to keep switching back between them. It's really the best thing I've ever done.
I do use Tract now. When he added Tract into it, and I do say Tract is really good integrated into it. I love my Tract list.
I love Tract. Me too. I love Tract.
So let's see. Terror, I love it. Finding my shows, grab it from Real to Brid. Yeah. And I showed him one of my videos, and you can do the same thing with Premiumize of you can download stuff directly from those cloud services, which I highly suggest if you're wanting to download stuff is pull it from a cloud. Don't pull it from a torrent site. Don't pull it from a torrent swarm. That's when the likelihood of you getting in trouble grows exponentially when you're pulling from a torrent swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Let the cloud download or let the cloud let the cloud pull from the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Then you pull it from the cloud. That's the best way. And Real Debrid, All Debrid, and Premiumize all do that. They all allow that.
Mm-hmm. And Easy News.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Easy News. Yep. Yeah. All right. So Redneck. Yeah. There's plenty of people making moonshine around here.
That's why he's a redneck.
So Tara says beer shouldn't taste good. It's a rule. Yeah. My other beer actually is probably the mildest beer. Plus, it's unfiltered, unpasteurized, no hangover. I never have a hangover that beer. Does the teacher want an apple? No apples for me. Someone might have injected it with some. I remember back in the day when they talked about someone injected it with drugs. Back, Halloween days.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, no clickbait. You're right. That's why, and what they were talking about, why my numbers don't grow. It is when I made a show, and this is the truth to go back to when I made this show, when I was on Husham's show, and people may remember back when I was on Husham and Demi's show and all that stuff. I asked Husham for us to take it to try to show people in a different way. And he was like, he liked his show the way he liked it. And I said, I want to create a platform and a show where people that have more knowledge can ask questions that are not newbie questions. So not that you're being rude to newbies, but I wanted the people, because there was so many people making videos on the basics of something. You know, you have no idea how to put Kodi on a fire stick. Let me show you how to do that. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I want to show people how to do something that someone's been using Kodi for a year or 2 years to say, I've been wanting to do some extras, add a library. Mm-hmm. You know, a newbie's not going to know nothing about a library. Person that's been doing it for a while is like, yeah, I'd like to add a library to my Kodi. That's the people I was wanting my show or my channel to be geared towards, which is, I think that's where we're at. Yeah. And you know what? I'll take it where we're at. I'll take my 10,000 subscribers. I'm tickled to death, to be honest.
Well, I also do want to thank, you know, your whole panel that you had last week. You know, I was like so excited to be able to have a show like that with the guy. To me, you guys were the gods that started it all. And you know, I did throw some shout outs out there, but now if they go back and they listen to this, I want to say thank you, because if it weren't for you guys, you know, none of this shit would be what we have today, really. And I hope that you know, you hear it, you know, enough, you know, and people that, you know, are starting to get into this, they gotta thank you guys, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work what you guys done. You know, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed by everything that you guys have done. You know, you make it so easy for us to get, you know, the content that we're looking for. You know?
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. And those guys, and I'll give shout outs to, even though I didn't really care for Adam, TVA did a lot in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways. And they gave a platform to a lot of developers. He gave them perks and gave them tools to work with, and they didn't have to, those guys paid for nothing, and gave them things that help other people learn. When we look at Zunity showing people how to do things a little bit differently. And then when Noobs came along, when Nan did their thing, just giving that little bits, everybody doing a little part to progress the whole thing. And, you know, I remember when Nan got shut down, everyone said, well, Kodi's dead. I'm like, no, it's not. Just give it time. I mean, it just give it time. There's an end of one era and another. It's like a phoenix, and not talking about the add-on, but it's going to rise up. It's going to evolve to something different. You know, when a caterpillar becomes a little cocoon thing, and you're like, oh, that's the end of that life cycle. It's the end of one life cycle to begin another, and you never know what may come. And the only thing I wish there was more developers like the developer of a Shadow, or and I'll say crew. The crew has some really good people on that team.
Yeah.
They've got some smart people on that group.
Yeah.
So, and Nimsy, you may not like his pin, like it or not like his pin stuff. Nimsy thinks outside the box.
Yeah.
Nimsy thinks outside the box, and Nimsy codes. So I give props to all those people, even if you don't use their add-on, you got to give them thanks and credit for what they're doing, because maybe you don't appreciate what they're doing, but someone else might learn from that and then take it to the next level, or the next part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's amazing. Like you said, I just wish I would have gave my guys more time, and hopefully I can get smaller groups of them together to where we tell. I wanted us to tell some old stories.
Yeah.
And the arguments between ARB and Blue. You guys don't know. ARB and me. All right, so and me and Blue were not even we weren't even a thing then. But ARB he had his way of thinking, and then I was wanting us to always push the limits. I'm like, push, push, push. I want us to go more. I want us to do something different. And ARB was like, well, we need to work on where we're at and not push forward. And I'm just on how I saw his looking at it. He was like, let's work on what we're working and just get it better. And I'm like, no, let's go farther. Let's do something more. Blue was like that. Blue was like, let's do something more. And I know Mid was always about, let's do something nobody else has done. And that's the way he always was. If it was done over and over, he was like, yeah, I don't know about that. But if it was something nobody did, he's like, yeah, we can try that. And ARB and Blues, they would argue. And all right, anybody that's followed ARB, he's someone that is going to have the last word. Love Blue to death. Blue is also one of the people that likes to have the last word. So when her and him would go in our private chats, it would go and go and go, and I would just have to and then he would message me, ain't I right? And then I would get a message right after that. She'd message me, ain't that right? It was fun. I mean, but nobody got super hateful. I mean, ARB quit a couple times, but he came right back. But he would get so frustrated, like, I'm done. And then a couple days later, well, maybe I was overreacted. Okay, all right. Then he'd come back. We're like, oh, no hard feelings. Come on back. And that's how we dealt with things. And it was fun. I wish we would tell more stories like that because, and I'll even use we didn't get to talk about how Kara and Griff and Thunder became part of our group from Evolve. And anybody that remembers the Evolve add-on and how they got pulled into Bob Unleashed, where they were asked to join Bob Unleashed, I should say. And Goliath wasn't too happy with that. So if anybody remembers back the Evolve days in Evolve, he was upset but at the time he was talking about closing Evolve because Metal Kettle was the developer of that add-on. Well, all right. So Metal Kettle was the person that kept the add-on running. So when they needed code changes, Metal Kettle did it. When they wanted to add a feature, Metal Kettle did it. Goliath was trying to learn it, but Metal Kettle was the brains of coding. Metal Kettle had actually said that he wasn't going to do it no more. He said, I'm stop doing that. I'm not going to do it anymore. And they were talking about shutting Evolve down. And we were in the group and we were talking, and Evolve and us were getting along then. And they're like, yeah, Metal Kettle says he's going to just quit. And so Goliath was actually talking with Mid about trying to figure out how to keep Evolve going. And Mid's like, that's simple core. I really don't want to keep two add-ons going. He says, I got Bob, and then they want me to keep this one going. He says, I don't know if that's what I want to do. It's too much,
Yeah.
And so Mid's like, I can only do so much. And so Evolve was talking about shutting down, and that was why we asked Griff. And Goliath at the time says he was quitting Cody at the time. He said, I'm quitting Cody. So we didn't ask Goliath because we thought if Goliath wanted to come with us, he could try to learn what Mid was doing. And Goliath got a little upset. And that was Goliath, if you follow any of our Twitter stuff, you see he posted that. And I have no ill will to Goliath, and but yeah, that was kind of a bad time because they all kind of told Goliath at the same time they were leaving his add-on and coming to ours before we released Unleashed.
Yeah.
Created some bad blood. So we weren't able to talk about that.
I see that there's a bunch of stuff out on the side there with
I'm looking.
with a T Walsh.
T Walsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any repo takeover resolve? All right. So that was Gagal, was that Gagal? Gajal. Gajal took over Resolver, and most add-ons that are linked into Resolve URL linked to his, so they're pulling the latest updates from Resolve URL.
I think they were also saying something about, I guess she was using stuff without any Debrid services. You know, I tell everyone now, you know, you need a Debrid. There's, you know, I can't even think about trying to watch something without a Debrid service now that I have, you know, have so many, because I get everything, you know.
I actually, have you set up anybody? If you ever set, have you set anybody up recently with Kodi without? Have you set up anybody recently without a Debrid service?
Without it, no, I won't even chance it.
All right, I set up a guy. This was just last week. Last Saturday, I went and hooked up a guy that wanted a Fire Stick. I had some 4K sticks in there. I told him, sure, if you want one, I'll sell it to you at my cost, and I'll set you up with it. So went up there. I said, well, I put it on there, put Kodi on it. Went to his place, plugged it in. No Debrid services, because he didn't. All right, so he's a brand new cord cutter, so I'm not going to force nothing on nobody. I don't tell nobody to buy nothing. That's up to you. We went through Jarrell. I went through the Crew. I went through Shadow. I went through Venom. I was looking for Greyhound, because I'm thinking Greyhound.
Yeah, that's a new movie. Yeah,
new movie. What got to be one of the most popular movies right now. Watching, right? Gonna have the most links, right? Because it's popular.
Yeah.
Each one of those add-ons got me anywhere from 10 to 6 links. Of those 10, 2 of them were open load, which would not open.
No.
And then it would fall to the next one. Some of them were like in 480s. And I went through this, and he's like, well, maybe this just isn't for me, because we're not getting anything. I mean, basically.
No.
And I said, and so I said, you know what? Let me do this. I said, I'm going to install my Debrid on your device. I said, I'm going to link it. And I said, we're going to search the exact same movie on the same add-on, because we went through Shadow, and it got like two or 3 links. And I went through, and it was like 190 links resolved after we went from 3. And I looked at him. I said, you choose what you want.
Right.
This is why I have Debrid. And I said, it's $18 for 6 months. I don't care if you buy it or not.
I tell everyone that, okay, you know, if they see what I have and they say, oh, this is great, you get everything. And then they say, oh, you got to set me up. And I say, the first thing you got to do is go to these sites and get yourself these accounts, and then call me. You know what I mean? It's simple. Then I get over there and say, okay, what's the, and I don't even have to go there, because I just, you know, connect to their box and you know, and load everything up. I'm not going to go through all that, you know.
Most of the time,
at middle night.
Most of the time, I can go from the phone. I can be sitting here going, all right, what add-on are you talking about? Okay, go to settings, go down to accounts. I don't even have to, you know, I have my eyes closed, like, go down to accounts. Okay, now you'll see resolvers. Yeah, universal result. Yeah. Click that. Result. Yeah, universals. Yeah, click that one. Yep. Okay, now when you roll down there, go past. Yeah, not Debrid France. No, go. Find premiumize. You see premiumize? Okay. Now the next one down is going to be real Debrid. All right, that's the one you want. Now click authorize. You know, it's like, you know, you can do it without even, because you've done it over and over and over. And you know, at the end, they like, and Tara's right. All right, so people don't understand. All right, APKs and Kodi, people are like, I like an APK better. Okay. They're all pulling from the same pool. So if you have, all right, so we got, I'm gonna give you an analogy. So let's say we got a pond outside, and we have like one main dock out on the dock. Okay, that's the one add-on.
Okay, docket.
Yep, and the dock, they walk out on the dock and they throw their fishing line out there, and they catch a fish. Ooh, that caught a fish. You throw it next line out there. Oh, I caught another fish. Okay, let's say that 2 more people walk on the dock. They toss out their lines. They're pulling in fish. So they're on the same add-on pulling fish. Everybody's pulling a fish. Everybody's happy as hell because guess what? I'm pulling fish. Let's say people start lining around the pond. Everybody with a fishing pole. Throw their line out. That's an APK. Pulling the fish in. Throw their line out. Pull fish. Before long, so many APKs, add-ons, all pulling from that same pond.
Yep.
There's no more fish in that pond. Maybe 1 or 2 people are pulling fish, but not everybody. And that's what people understand with these free sites. It's not Kodi that you just got to worry about.
Right.
Or Kodi 1 or 2 add-ons. You got to worry about every single APK out there. And go to KodiApps.com and look and see how many APKs are out there.
Yeah.
It's like, and you wonder why you're struggling. At least with a Debrid service, it's cloud-based. As they increase users, hopefully, they increase their server. Which, if you follow Real Debrid on Twitter, they do talk about increasing servers.
Right.
So you would hope as they increase servers, they increase users. They get more money. They buy more servers. That's what you hope. That's the thing about with free sites. There's nobody giving them money. If you're using Kodi, they're not getting no money. If you're using APK, your APK has ads. The site that they're pulling from does not get that money.
Right.
The guy that made the APK is getting money, not the site that's pulling the link from, not the site that hosted or using the bandwidth, just the guy that made some APK and you downloaded it for your device. And that's where people are like, oh, well, I see ads, so they're getting money. No, that you're helping BTV or you're helping Zion TV or you're helping Terrarium TV, which is gone now, but you're helping that guy. That's who got the money, not OpenLoad or, those sites that actually host it.
That host it. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, Lordy. So let me see. I use Kodi, no problem. If you're going lower quality, you're probably not going to have a big issue. I'm a 1080 or 4K watcher.
Higher. Right.
So I'm having issues. So I actually, like I said, I have 2 services. I have Debrid and I have Premiumize. Only because Premiumize was on sale. It was 2 years for $99.
Yeah,
that's $50 a year, which is a little bit more than my Real Debrid service.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why I asked. I don't
even know if Magic Dragon is shutting down the dev is stepping away. You spoke about that already.
Yeah.
For 277. That it was going away, right?
Yeah. Well, he was the developer stepping away. The add-on would not necessarily die, but would not be being updated until he decides if he's going to come back. Maybe he comes back, maybe he don't. That's up to him. Canuck Gal says she was asking about links. Canuck Gal, hopefully you have a Debrid service. If you have a Debrid service, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're, again, it's not a matter. Some countries block things. If you're in the UK, Canada really doesn't block. US really doesn't block. UK does. So if you're in the UK trying to watch and you're like, well, I can't see this and this and this, you very easily could be ISP blocks, which that means you got to have a VPN. You got a VPN, which is another prop or another plus of Premiumize. They offer a VPN. I don't know how good the VPN service is, but they do offer it in amongst their package. Like I said, I haven't used it.
Yeah, me neither. Do you feel that when Kodi 19 comes, a lot of people are going to want to jump on it and they're going to be disappointed when, all these other add-ons aren't going to work?
Yep, I do. I think everyone's going to race to it. And I did see an alpha. Alpha 1 is out on Kodi 19. It's out. That doesn't mean it's coming out tomorrow. I mean, you're going to have to go through all the alphas, and then they'll go to betas, and then
Right.
they'll do a release client, which is
Mhm.
this is what we think we're going to release. So
Right.
my early guess, I said it weeks and weeks and weeks ago. My guess was I was thinking the spring of 2021. Could be earlier, could be before the end of the year. Cody doesn't tell
Yeah.
nobody; they just
Right,
do it.
that's right. They just do it.
But you're going to see alphas. You're going to see alpha release, bop, 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 alpha.
Mhm.
Then it'll be a
Yeah, and
beta.
betas. Yeah.
Betas will come, and then they'll
Mhm.
do an RC
RC
release client.
candidate.
And you're going to see that progression. When that happens, I do think a lot of people are going to, number one, maybe have their device on auto update from Google.
Right.
If you have your set up through Google, a Shield or
Mhm.
whatever, Kodi is Google Play, and you're getting Kodi through Google Play, turn off auto updates.
Mhm.
You can go into the settings in your Google Play, say, Kodi, don't auto update. That's number one. Number two, I would wait for at least Kodi 19.2 because you're talking a major jump between Python 2 to Python 3 because Kodi 19 uses Python 3. There's going to be a lot of problems. Just going to be a lot. Yeah. They're going to fix the first round of bugs on 19.1. Then they're going to have some time to get to that 19.2 will be more stable. If I was jumping, it would be that 19.2. But that's in hopes that some of the add-ons have moved themselves up to being 19 ready. I only know of Fen, Saren, Auto Widgets. I heard him say he was ready for Python 3.
Yeah, he was ready. Yeah.
I would say your best bet for the other ones, and I would just guess. Gaia, I would think would be possibly would be Python 3 once it got close, that they could move up. The crew, I trust them to move up. Yeah. I would trust Shadow to move up. That once he saw that that's what he had to go to, I would trust him. Any Gen add-ons, they're in the process of converting scripts and pies because there's a lot of modules inside of a Gen that you got to change. They are in the process of upgrading those. I don't know how far. I know that I've seen some talk of changing, and we fixed this one, we fixed it, but you fix one and there's still 2 or 3 others broke. So people that have gens would have to move to that new version once it's all released. Mm-hmm. So I would turn off auto update for Kodi, and I would stick with 18 until at least 19.2 and see what other add-ons moved up.
Yeah.
Because you can move up, but if all the add-ons that you use aren't Python 3 ready, it don't matter. It's not going to work. Yeah. You can't see the difference. People don't understand 15, 16, 17, 18. You could take an add-on that worked in 17, and for the most part, it worked in 18. You could take an add-on that worked in 16, and it pretty much worked in 18. Most of it, I mean, there's a few changes, but for the most part, they worked moving up.
Yep.
Python 3 changes that. The add-on has to be rewritten into a new code base. So I don't know how to make an analogy, but it has to be rewritten. And there is some tools that people can use. They can make some changes. But I think as we get closer to the betas or into the betas of 19, I think you'll see more add-ons catch up.
Yeah.
But I would not be an early adopter. I'll put it on a portable. I'll put it on a portable.
I'm going to portable.
Sure. Yeah. So I can tell people, hey, that works or that don't work.
Mm-hmm.
But would I put it on my device that I'm going to watch every day? No. No. No, I'm telling you, 19.2, maybe. Okay. But until then, no thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring back the house pants. Stop trying. Hey, look at them. Wearing the shorts today. My legs look a whole lot smaller in video than it does in real life.
They look kind of short to me.
Shut up. You're what? 6 what?
6'1".
Yeah. Fucking Charles rolls up in here. He's 6'3" or whatever the fuck he is. I'm rolling up in here. He talks about, you're a short man. Blah, blah, blah. It's like those knees. Look at this. This is a machine right here. Hey, okay. Don't hate. Look at that. Don't hate. I get 13,000 steps a day. Look, Tara's going to struggle sleeping tonight. So, Rod, sir, thanks for joining. Yeah. All right. So, we got a few people thinking it'd be closer to 19 towards Christmas. Yeah, just bullshitting.
What do you think the errors will be from the add-ons?
Oh, they just ain't gonna work. They ain't gonna work. They're gonna be script errors.
Okay.
No, they won't. Okay. It won't install. It won't.
Oh,
I'm telling you, when you go to install it, it won't install because you'll have error after error of installation. And then if it installs,
no, but I'm talking about a person who has. They say they had the APK running on a Fire Stick, and then they get a copy of the 19 APK and they install it, because then they're going to install it. That's what these users are going to do. And then it boots up the first time. And what's it going to do?
It'll boot up. Because Blue is actually, she was playing around with Jen. She's trying to do some updates on that. When you click on an add-on, you'll get an error.
Yeah. You'll get an error.
There's going to be some error. Wherever the first failure is going to be, it'll show you. And then once you fix that error, then the next
be another one behind it, right?
Because she's been working with a team that's been looking at Jen, and she was like, it's like you fix one, and it's just a matter of fixing this module or script or Pi, and you move to the next one. Yeah. And they are at a point where Jen will install. Jen will open, but as soon as you try to open a list is when it fails.
Okay. All right. Wow.
So hey, Canuck Gal, I don't think these weren't shorts. These were just my cargo shorts. Which if anybody
she wears shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, Charles is gonna miss me. Charles doesn't want me to move.
I can imagine.
Charles like, what am I gonna do when you move? Yeah, he'd be like, what do you mean you're moving? What do you gonna mean you're moving? Yeah. He and believe me, I've got family, my kids. But you know what, folks? You gotta live for you. I love my family to death, but you gotta live for you because when
you only live once.
Your kids are gonna move on and do the things that make them happy, and I want them to. I don't want my kids to not do something because of me. Your kids are gonna go and do stuff to make them happy. I gotta move and do the things. I'm in my 50s now. You know what? I got to do what I got to do to make me happy because I hope to live another 20, 30 years.
Yep.
So I need to enjoy life and have a good time and wake up every morning and look at someone that loves you and wants to help you. And I want to love them and I want to get them. And that was one thing with Blue. It was one thing I've been married before, but it's a little bit different. When you want to do something for somebody, it's different. My ex-wife, when she'd be like, you want to go get me a cup of coffee? I'd be like, what the fuck I want to get you a damn cup of coffee for? I'm being honest, I'm laying in bed, I'm thinking, why don't you give me a damn cup of coffee? When Blue was here, or if I've been to see her, I'm thinking, I'm laying there in bed and I'm thinking about waking up. I'm thinking, I think I'll get up and I'm going to go get her a cup of coffee and I'm going to bring it down to her. So that she'll have it. As soon as she gets up, she's going to have it.
She's going to have it.
It's just a different, it's a different mindset.
You're waking up from your dream and you're still thinking of her. That's
Yeah,
that's all you gotta say. It's love is thought of giving with no thought of getting. You know what I mean?
there you go.
So
That perfect. And that was one of the things when we talked about last week's show. I wanted that show to be perfect for her.
it
Not
was.
perfect for me, not perfect to I was nervous as hell.
Hmm.
I wanted it perfect because I wanted her to remember every aspect of that.
And she's got it on video.
Yeah, I wanted her to remember for her.
That was really great. Really, that was perfect for her.
Yeah, it was
You know.
different. It's different. It was a whole. I don't know. Again, I was married for 29 years,
Hmm.
so
That's a long time.
I know what it is. I know what it is to be married in a situation,
Yeah.
and it's just different,
Hmm.
And um, I understand what I truly understand what my mom and stepdad had.
Hmm.
I understand that better.
Yeah.
I see it. I see what they had different.
Hmm.
I see what my aunt and uncle have.
Right.
You've got friends that are married and been
Oh
married for
yeah.
a long time, and you can see that.
Yeah.
You see that dynamics between them.
Yep.
And
Yep.
sometimes I'll look at him. I'm like, he's just waiting his minutes, or she's waiting her time.
Uh,
I'm like, are they going to struggle through this and hate each other until they fucking die, or is one
no.
of them going to leave? You can tell. You can
Mhm.
say
Yeah.
that one's going to leave.
Hmm.
Um, and then you have or you have friends and family that you're like, I want to have what they got.
They
That's
got
something
right.
that
Hmm.
you can't explain it. It's just a
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
different thing. So look at Andrew kicking on me. She's got me whooped. I can't help it.
Oh
And
gosh.
Richard says, "Yeah, my dog." Yeah. She's like, "Daddy, yeah, it's
Daddy.
time. Dad, it's time. It's time." Yes, I know, babe. Yeah. So, yeah. I know. I don't. I know a little bit about Well, I don't have a mini PC. I've got a full size. 6 gigs of DDR. 6 gig is on the low end. 128 gigs of storage is not a lot. You're going to fill up 128 quick. I
Real
hope
quick.
that you have a second hard drive
Yeah.
because
Space
you're going
in
to
that
need it.
part. Yep.
I don't know what processor that is though,
And
because
that
I have a Radeon.
dual Ethernet. That dual Ethernet. What is it? Is it just one that's gigabit and one's regular, or that's what it
Yeah,
must be?
I don't know about that.
It's got to be 1 gigabit, and the other one is
Maybe.
regular.
All right. So I'll say. All right. So Canuck Gal, and so okay, we got to roll the show up here quick. But
Okay.
so Charles has been dating, and he struggles because he says the same thing. He's like, "Oh, these women look 100 years old," and he wants to do stuff, and it depends on your age, and I
Mhm.
know that some of my friends I work with when they talk about the dating app, especially the women, they're like, all these
Mhm.
guys want is they're just looking to damn score.
Mhm.
And I didn't even when I was single, I didn't do the dating apps. I actually dated,
Yeah, I
but I didn't
never.
do the dating apps.
Mhm.
But a lot of my friends that did the dating apps, a lot of it was just a hookup sites.
Yeah.
And then the guys that are then the women that I know are even Charles, he tries to actually get to know people. And
Mhm.
some of these women play the coy game. They'll play the coy game for months. And I'm like,
Yep.
wait a minute. You
Mhm.
in your late 50s, early 60s, you playing like you damn 16 years old and you ain't had your cherry pop. And I don't mean to put that lightly, but you know what I
Mhm.
mean? We all been there. You know what
Yep.
it's like. It you don't you need to at least be honest about and not try to play the well I'm innocent. Well, nobody's saying anybody's innocent this time.
Mhm.
At our age, we've all been
Yeah.
the dog
We've
or the
been.
not.
Yep. Yep.
So it's sometimes when I see him going through the rigmarole and some of the women, he'll be like, well, she's saying this. I'm like, hey, she playing some games. I mean, I
Mm.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I wasn't even looking when I found, and
Right. That's
I'm
the
glad
best.
that I'm glad the way that it fell that way. It fell that way because
Right.
I mean, I could have done the date naps. I think I'd
Mhm.
been all right on them, but it's just it seems to me a lot of games that those people are playing.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, when he's showing me the things about the things that these women are saying, and I'm like,
Mhm.
some of them are so full of BS, and some of them say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm in my 50s," and I look, I'm like, she ain't in her 50s, and not in her 50s, and she's in her mid 60s. You know,
Mhm.
and I don't mean some people had a harder life, but some you're like, why you gotta lie?
Mhm.
Just be, because if you got to tell someone down the road that if you say
Yeah.
you date for a long time and you said
Uh-huh.
I'm 55 and you date
Mhm.
them and you guys become a relationship and
Yep.
then you're like, oh well, I'm really 63. What? I mean, what? What? Oh, look, oh damn!
Oh,
I
man.
love it. Andrew Busman, Dr. Love giving. Huh. What? Hey, what I will say is, what you say, what you reap is what you sow, and if you
That's
say the
right.
right things and treat people right, more times than not, comes out to
Mhm.
the good. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a different feeling for me, and that was why I proposed and I did my thing because I feel differently, and so
Well,
I can't.
we're real glad you did. We really are, because you guys are perfect together.
Yeah, well, you
But,
should see us if you saw us together,
together, right? I understand.
like she was
Yes.
on my show last in February. She came and
Yeah.
she was on my
That's
show.
real good. Yeah.
But if you saw us like out and about, it's different.
Uh-huh. That's good.
All right, Canuck gal. You know what? I saw you were 54. You know what? If I was still single, hey, I ain't scared to date someone from the UK or from Canada, but I can't because I'm already taken. I don't want. Look at Charles down there. Look at Charles. Hey,
Ah,
Charles, what's up?
hey, Joe.
Look at he got to come get some. I need to get
Yeah,
stuff.
come looking for a beer.
Hey, tell Charles he needs to come walk my dog because she wants to go outside. No, this is not a lab. She is a Australian Shepherd Border
Oh,
Collie mix.
oh.
Yes.
She's
Hello,
real
baby.
smart then, huh?
Oh yeah, she's quick.
Yeah,
She is
real
quick.
smart.
She's been, let's see, a year and a half. You been here? Tell me, year and a half? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And she has never peed
Never.
or pooped in the house or in the apartment at all. And now
That's
she was we had the house, she had a backyard, but
mhm.
even when I was training her, we had the pad, you know how they
Uh,
train a puppy? She
yeah.
used the pad twice, and after that, she would go outside and that was it.
Yep. That's good.
And that
Yeah,
was
that's smart.
and I mean, we'll walk out there and I'll say something to her. And it's funny when we're walking the yard and I'll say, "Do you want to go see Charles?" And
Uh-huh.
her head will perk up
Right
and
up
she'll come
there.
right to his door. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, you want to go see Charles, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah." And
Uh-huh.
she gets all excited. You're like, "Yeah, I want to
Oh,
see Charles."
excited. He is now. Look at his tail go. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's saying
She's
it
like,
too.
"Yeah, I want to go see Charles." Yeah. You think Charles because you think
Yeah.
snack. Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
he's all about giving you a snack. That's all he's
Yeah.
about. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He's trying to make you fat. I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dad's the mean one. I know I'm the mean one. Charles is a good one. Yeah, I know. So, all right, let me roll out of here.
Yeah.
Alvin, thanks for coming on, bud.
No problem. You know, anytime to back you up, you know.
Just bullshitting,
I'm
just
glad
whatever.
we you know we got whatever we got out there to everyone.
Yeah,
Hopefully it
whatever
helps.
you learn.
Yeah, whatever you learn. Way
Yeah,
it
learn a little
helps.
bit.
Keep taking notes. But
Yep.
I just want to remind everyone for Wednesday, you know, I'm not wearing that great of a shirt today. But you come on Wednesday and
Wait. So, what is your shirt today? To ride or not to ride? That is a stupid question. All right. There's your Harley shirt.
right.
And you're right. Anybody that's watched our show knows Alvin comes hard with some shirts. They are not PG-13 shirts most of the time. Just saying. He comes real. I thought I had a lot of shirts that were, funny shirts. No. to be honest, I don't even try to bring no funny shirts because Alvin, like, you know, I come this way and then he's like, boom, there you go. Yeah, good shirt.
I had some funny ones, you know. I have one with a cat and a chicken, and they're saying to each other, "Chicken, pussy," you know.
you got some shirts, and he'll wear a different one. So again, thanks for y'all watching. Watch on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And what was the movies? Hold on.
I know. I watched them.
Sassy Girl in 27 hours.
127 hours. 127.
I said it again.
Yep.
127 hours. I said it again. So I said that during the last show, 27 hours.
Yep.
127 hours. Because 27 hours is a different movie, and that will not be the movie we're watching.
That won't be. And there also is another Sassy Girl out there too. So
is there?
Yeah, there is. And I believe it's American. The other one.
And Canuck Gal, I hope that you do watch Lars with your mom.
Yeah, it was good.
To watch Lars and the Real Girl with a Woman. Everybody liked that. Honestly, that was a very, very good movie. Not just because I picked it, but it was a very good movie. And I'll say Ryan, freaking awesome actor.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling, awesome actor. So give it to him. So thanks again. Anything else, Al, before I roll out of here?
Thanks to everyone out there on the side. I see Jose Rodriguez. What's up, brother? Goodbye to everyone. Redneck, see you on Wednesday. Andrew, see you Wednesday too. I'm glad you're out there. Wish you would have came on. And Drinking Sharon, thanks. We'll see you and have a good weekend, everybody. All right, that's it. All right, good.
Well, we got that, and I'm gonna go walk my dog, and that's DAWG. I'm gonna walk my dog, so I'm gonna go walk her. And you guys, thanks for watching. And this was just an impromptu show, and we went 2 hours, and I was thinking, maybe an hour, if that, because this is what Dabs had written for the show. Because I tried to make notes, I had nothing. And we had a fun time. It was a great time. Good job. Thanks again, Alban, for joining us. And as always, y'all, if you want to come on the show, if you want to show your add-on, you want to show a program that you've written, you want to show your build, you want to talk about a script you've done, you want to talk about old times, the show is that's what we're here to do. If you're wanting to show something that you've learned that maybe some other people might not know about, and you're willing to show people and share that knowledge, that's what the show's about. We're not here to knock on other people. We're here to share whatever knowledge we have, be it at this point or this point. Share that knowledge is what we're talking about, and that's what we do. And again, thanks for everyone watching on the side. Everybody that joined, thank you so much. Watch us Wednesday night for the show, which is Sassy Girl, which is a Korean movie. So just when you look it up, it's going to say it's a foreign movie, or 127 Hours. Those are the two movies that we're going to be watching. And we really ask people to join. You don't have to be an expert on that. All you got to do is watch the movie. And then you can tell us, did you like it, not like it? And as we're talking about it, you can certainly tell us, hey, I like that or didn't. And I put links that you can actually jump on this panel, just like Alban did, because Alban had never been on a show until Player Pass.
Yeah.
And now, look at him. We done popped that cherry. You're on it. He's on every single Playing Pass. And now he's coming on my damn Friday shows.
Well, hey, he ain't scared. Got to help you out. I was in shock when I see your telegram. Oh, I'm not gonna have a show tonight. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's breaking the internet again,
So hey, again, it's not hard, folks. I mean, it's fun. We're here to have a good time. That's what I'm here. I'm here to have a good time. Cut up, joke, talk, teach. That's what we're here to do. So again.